Russian airliner landing at the Washington airport, and in a moment we're going to have our first look at the premiere. I think he should be coming off the plane now on our film, but we can hardly see him because of the security detail. Many people have asked why such extensive security measures must be taken to guard Mr. Khrushchev. And looking at this crowd of Secret Service officers makes me wonder, too. Maybe we can find out from the premier himself when they break away from him in just a moment here. We're going to try to get a question. Here's your answer to that question. Now, after a day in Washington and in New York, Mr. Khrushchev, as you recall, flew to Hollywood here, and immediately after deplaning, he was taken to one of the major film studios for lunch. It was a very important occasion, and just about everybody in town showed up at the luncheon. So many stars. There's Dean Martin enjoying a bowl of soup. And next to Dean is one of Hollywood's newest stars, Tuesday Wells. There she is. And let's see who else our cameras picked up. Oh, yes, of course. There's Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn didn't really eat anything at the luncheon, but she did use up 4 gallons of water, keeping her lips wet. And the waiter you see on your screens now is the head of the studio, Mr. Spiral Staircase. As I say, he's actually the head of the studio, but he likes to be thought of as an average working man. And there is Premier Khrushchev, of course. The gentleman on his right is his official interpreter and food taster. And at the moment, he seems to be getting ready to check the premier's luncheon. Careful. At this point, the premier began his after-dinner remarks. Let's listen.
The
premier says he is starving. The premier says he is very happy to be here and meet so many movie stars in person. But where are the Bowery boys? I have just been informed that I will not be able to visit Disneyland because it is too dangerous. So what? I'm not afraid of mice. Premier says, let's laugh it up, huh? These are the jokes. I do not want to continue the conversation about Disneyland, but since I cannot go there, there is one thing that I must do. Nikitamouse. Hey!
After luncheon, the premier visited Stage 8 at the same studio, and he was given the opportunity of watching the actual filming of the motion picture. And, of course, while on the set, he met one of Hollywood's most popular stars, as I'm sure.
Nice to meet you, Daddy. I mean, I hope your visit to the scene here's a real gasser, you know what I mean? Now, we're going to show you how we shoot a motion picture, you know what I mean? Now, you're going to meet the director, the cameraman, and the entire technical staff in action. Got any questions, Pops?
He says, where are the broads? Where is the borscht? I'm terribly sorry.
Next, Premier Khrushchev went to a farm in America's great Middle West. And while there, he visited a typical American farmer. We show you now that meeting.
The
Premier would like to know about some of your modern farming methods.
Oh, well, take this chicken, for instance. A lot of people say it's foul. Well, they're entitled to their opinion. Yes, personally, I like them. But who am I to tell you about birds, right? Well, anyway, we feed these chickens because they're hungry. And when they get fat enough, we eat them. This is the law of supply. What are you talking? This is the law. I don't even hear the music. This is the law of supply and demand. You see, farming, hi there. Farming is fun if you like dirt, and that's why I'm happy at my work. I also enjoy growing things like hair and fingernails. Does that answer your question, Booby?
Yeah.
He says, why not?
Yesterday, Mr. Khrushchev boarded his plane and returned home to Russia. Before he left, however, our mobile cameras recorded this exclusive interview at the airport. Oh, Mr. Khrushchev.
Da.
Before you leave our country, sir, we'd like to ask you a few last questions.
Stromel, Trodovajce, Kredzielce, shoot, kid.
Well, you're full of surprises. We never knew you spoke our language.
Thanks to one of our great Russian inventions.
What's that?
English.
Mr. K, was there any one thing in America you were particularly anxious to see?
Oh, yes, and I finally got to see that.
What was that?
The Bolshoi Ballet. I could never get tickets at home.
I see.
Forgive me, it is time to go home.
Yeah, before you leave, sir, tell me, are you taking anything back to Russia with you?
Well, I have a surprise for you. While here, I met two comrades I had not seen in many years. And the three of us are going back together.
Oh, where are they?
They're just in time. Here they come now. Прочел трудовой.
Well, I wonder who... Thank you very much, fellas. I just want to take a couple of seconds to say how pleased we are to be on the Plymouth team this year. We like the men we're working with, and we very much like the product. Jane and I drive Plymouths, from the picture, naturally. But the important thing is we couldn't be happier with the car. Our Plymouths are fast, snappy, and beautiful. And don't miss the exciting story of what's behind all the optimism these days at the Chrysler Corporation. Read about it in the upcoming issues of Life magazine and Look magazine. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are a few well-chosen words about Plymouth automobiles from our good friend Pete Hansen. And if he doesn't tell you everything you want to know, you check with me. Remember, I drive one.